satisfactory to him to where he ended up getting a ride with my friend to be dropped off here. We did have some initial discussion internally. So I run the county jail, and we have to think ahead. So what if Tyler ends up staying the night in our facility? What does that look like? Because of the circumstance, he was driven to Utah County that night, about, I'm going to say maybe about 2 a.m. So that took that weight off us on how we're going to keep him safe in our facility, and talking about constant supervision and things like that. But that didn't occur. Yeah, so. Well, obviously it was a big deal. Not only national but international. You're seeing people mourning all over the world for Charlie Kirk, and to have that happen, I've had thoughts and heard comments about, this kind of stuff doesn't happen in Utah. Unfortunately, it did. But then to have the suspect be a Utah resident who literally went to the same high school I went to. I mean, we're like 30 years apart, but I went to the same high school. He happened to go to the same high school here in Washington County. So it's a double shock factor, that one in Utah, and then the suspect happened to be homegrown Washington County boy. So it was just before 9 p.m. No, nope. Made sure he had water, made him comfortable sitting on a couch in an interview room, and just sat on him until the lead investigators came in. No, not again. That was not our place to ask questions. It was just, we have you here. We're in a holding pattern until the lead investigators get here. So that wouldn't be in our wheelhouse. We wouldn't even have attempted to interview any of them. He was a detective. For many years. He was a detective. So in our agency, our detectives, like some cities, you have detectives just working homicides or just working sex offenses. Ours is all encompassing. Whatever case comes next, and you have the smaller caseload, you're going to get whatever case that is. About 3 years. Oh, very, very, very much. Like I said, concessions were made to make that happen. So if, again, peaceful surrender, make him comfortable. He's accused of a horrific crime. So it's kind of odd to be in that, again, accused of a horrific crime, but then we are treating him very civilly, very humanely. And that's just part of the job. We do that on a regular basis. Try to make people comfortable, so they're relaxed, and not bombard them with negativity or hammer fist or stormtrooper type approach. We wouldn't do that. There were several follow-up phone calls that night. One was between my command staff and my friend, just them letting me know, hey, he is in the building. We have him in an interview room, and there's been several follow-ups since then. Just me checking in on him. And correct. No, not even a hint. That was part of the shock factor, right? Is he could have been anywhere. Most people that are involved or accused of things like that, they'd want to get out of the area as soon as possible. So the fact that he came home basically was part of the shock factor, I think. Just that. just that. So, yeah, one of his fears of being shot by the police. Period. That's it. That my friend conveyed that to me through conversation with Tyler's parents. Oh, absolutely. They need to lay low for a long time, unfortunately. So even, I'll throw this out there. I have a second cousin with the last name Robinson. He happens to be an optometrist in town, and his office has been receiving threatening phone calls just because of his last name. So to put somebody in that kind of burdensome situation when they had nothing to do with it, no relation to the family. Just think about how the actual individuals involved in this incident are feeling right now. So that's not our area of patrol, so the cities would handle that. If that request came in, but I don't have any insight there. Yeah, they parked in my parking lot. Oh wait, the lead investigators. So by the time they were in town, Tyler was sitting in an interview room with his parents when they arrived. So they were already in this building when the lead investigators arrived. No, he was sitting on a very comfortable couch with a water bottle in his hand, not restrained. He was again cooperative, somber, quiet. I've all of a sudden received a lot of media requests. So that's what's changed in my world. Correct. Correct. That was part of the negotiation to get him here is that the parents would be with him when he arrived. I don't have any detail on that. Sorry. It's a joint investigation between the FBI and the state of Utah primarily. I mean, anytime anything this large scale happens, it's all hands on deck. So we're going to need a lot of, just covering the campus and securing the crime scene up north. We've had, active shooter incidents down here recently where every law enforcement wearing every uniform in the county is going to go to those types of scenes. Correct. He was not handcuffed. No. Office. Yes. So since the lead investigators were 3 hours north of us, it took them a while. So that was again, I describe it as an agency assist. We went and just secured the homes. We didn't search the homes. We didn't communicate with anyone within the homes. We were just locking things down until they arrived. Yes. Yeah.